playing basketball and baseball as a kid kind of, helped me become a better athlete. And as a kid growing up in East Chicago, we got up in the morning, sometime at 8 or 9 o'clock in the morning, and we played all the sports all day long. So whichever season it was, if it's baseball season, we played baseball. If it's basketball season, we played basketball, and so forth, so on. So the neighborhood was very in tune into athletics. So because I was um, in my neighborhood, I had a lot of kids. I played basketball, football, baseball with the neighborhood kids, and I became a better athlete.
Okay. So your freshman year, East Chicago Roosevelt. Now you get a chance to play football. Give us your thoughts on what you wanted to prove as an athlete as a freshman.
As a freshman, I finally got my chance to play football, and I knew about football, but as far as the techniques and what it took to be a great football player, I didn't understand. So, as a freshman, I was very cocky. I was like, I'm the best player on the team, and the coach asked me on best player on the freshman team. I was like, no, I'm the best player on all the teams, including varsity. I petitioned to play varsity football as a freshman, and they laughed at me. So I can remember playing, just playing around with the guys on the varsity football team, and they realized early on I was tough, and I probably could have played varsity football as a freshman. I had the size and the ability to play.
Okay. So as a sophomore, you played two sports in high school.
I played basketball, football, freshman year, sophomore year. I tried for the basketball team, and I quit because I was out of shape, but I was pretty good though. I just decided to play one sport, and my sophomore year in football came first, and I had a really fantastic season. Got a lot of sacks, a lot of tackles. I believe you could ask others. Probably was best on the team as a sophomore. My sophomore year I was one of the best on the team. I got my nickname early on as Tank, and I guess I lived up to that nickname. But I had a really positive sophomore year. I started receiving a lot of letters from football and what have you, and everything else kind of took off from there.
Okay, going to your next two. Well, actually, going to your junior season, because as you mentioned, you started getting letters from different colleges. Now, what is your mind state going to play football as a junior, and then you also play basketball, right?
Well, as a sophomore, I had a great sophomore year. My head got big as this house, and I went to an all-star camp in Indianapolis, and had a very positive camp at Butler University, and I thought it was stuff. So going to my junior year, my head was very big, and I've always been a real nice guy, but I thought I was all that, and I wasn't. And so I learned some very good lessons of humility my junior year. So I kind of didn't have a great season, I had a fair season, but I was expected to do more. My junior year, I didn't play basketball. I didn't play basketball. However, the coach really liked me because I practiced with the team. So all my junior year, I practiced with the team. I was somewhat like a player manager. Worked out the team, lifted weights, what have you. So whenever the team traveled, I went along with them. So I was part of the team, but I wasn't an actual member of the team.
Okay, now in your senior year, you had big changes. The city decided to merge Chicago, Washington, EC Central.
Two rival schools on the same street, about 2 miles apart, decided they had because of the population of East Chicago had dropped so much, and they decided for cost-effective reasons to combine schools, and which was a good thing because of money reasons. But we combined schools my senior year, and it was kind of difficult at first because if you know anything about East Chicago, we have the Harbor versus Calumet, and for the most part, to this day, those two sides of town that don't get along. So I was fortunate enough that all my relatives live on one side of town, but I grew up on the other side of town by myself. So um, I knew a lot of people from both sides of town. So going to my senior year, I knew that in order to have a good season, um, we had to kind of be one united front, and had to get along more or less. So That first year we had about 150 guys try for the team. It was mass chaos, you know. But I think myself, Reggie Hewlett, Jared Knox, a guy named Hosey Bridgman, James Doe, a bunch of us, Pat Rosales was a policeman now, a bunch of us kind of got together and decided, hey, we're going to make this work, you know. We want to have a good senior year, we want to have a good football team. We want to, you know, just be the best we can be, you know. So I think my leadership abilities proved to the coach that I rebounded from a dismal junior year, and I became the first captain East Chicago Central ever had, you know, as far as any type of sports. So I was proud of that, you know. So senior was fine, had a good year. Got injured my third game playing fullback in practice, and I didn't want the coaches to know, but I dislocated my shoulder. But I still played, and I had a good senior year, you know, and which, you know, earned me opportunity to play college football at Indiana State, you know. I believe if I wouldn't never got injured, I could have had a better season, but it was still pretty good.
So you played on a dislocated shoulder, and from my understanding, you know, you was basically double teamed your whole career.
Yeah, after my sophomore year on, I got double teamed every game. You know, I wasn't really big as far as a football player back then, maybe, but now I was only 6'2", about 250, 255 my senior year. But back then I was big. Now that's like the size of a running back, you know. Yeah. So, you know, and but you know, you live and learn, and you know, I had a good time with it.